welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Curt. Happy Victory Tuesday, people. On today's show, we recap the Lions' 42-29 victory over the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. But first, do us a quick favor. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video so we can get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we are currently sitting at 1877. But now it's time to bring in my co-host. Y'all know who it is, man. It's the ladies' pet, the men's brigade. You ain't seen nothing yet. The biggest player from the Himalayas, my man, LL Cool Twins. What's going on, my dude?
Oh, man, happy Victory Tuesday. Do the blade dance till my wrist hurt.
Oh, man, and y'all see him up there, man, all cozy up in his doggone lion's throat, man. It's the Wolf of Lion. Who?
That's it. Coach Mike Jones, what's going on, Lion fan?
All right. Man, what a game. What a game. What a game. But if this is your first time watching the channel, man, this is how our show works. We look at Lions news, headlines, and takes. If we agree, we say they are boss up. If we disagree, we say they are bought on. We give our take on why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here. We ain't getting that crap like we get on the other debate shows just to disagree, disagree. Just natural debate about our true thoughts and opinions on what's happening with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. So, yeah, I know what we do. It's recap show, man. So here are the topics for today. Lions offense versus the Seahawks, the defense versus the Seahawks, and those bossed up, balled out, and balled on players of the game. So we're going to put everybody on the screen this morning, man. We ain't going to do a whole bunch of graphics today, man. We're going to kick on over to Coach Jones first, man, to get his thoughts on the Lions offense versus the Seahawks.
Offensively, it was a spectacular performance. You know what I'm saying? Because not LL's friend, but me and Curt's friend, Jared Goff, was 18-18, 292, two tutties, and one receiving tutty. So, and that's that tutty. That's how the kids say it now in high school, man. So I gotta bring that over here, man. Cause I'm a high school coach, man. But I love the game plan, man. Gibbs, Montgomery, they was working. They got theirs, and then we did mix in the passing, and the passing it brought something to the game, but it didn't overshadow the fact that we was running the ball first. And I love that game script by Ben Johnson, man. And he need to do more of it. Now I know it won't be that heavy run to pass all the time, but if you can call something like that, man, we going to the Super Bowl.
All right, man. LL was in the building last night. So actually, how was before you get into how the offense performed, man? How was the atmosphere in the building last night?
Oh, man, it was wonderful, man. There was a lot of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people there last night. A lot of people high-fiving and jumping around and acting like best friends, didn't even know each other. You know how it go at a football game. But it was one of them, man. Everybody was loud when they're supposed to be loud, quiet when they're supposed to be quiet. You know, none of that, no craziness, no nothing. Just everybody there for cheer on the football game. It was real fun.
So what you got on the offense, my guy?
Yeah, right. Well, offensively, I will not hate on y'all's friend today. Ain't nothing to complain about too much. I could, but I sound like a fool, so I won't. He played a good game, man. Ben Johnson, there's some questionable things. I was yelling at Ben Johnson, cussing at him. I hope he could hear me because we wasn't that far behind them. And I realized that kind of late in the game as well. And that's why I just started yelling at Ben Johnson and saying things toward him. But, because too many of them screens and stuff, man, and too many sweeps with Gibbs, where I believe we probably should have just kept on going with Monty, or too many like outside runs with Monty, when I feel like we should have been going, right at him how he's good at. But offensively, man, again, it was good, man. We got to see everything. We got to see St. Brown do something. We got to see J-Mo do something. We got to see both running backs do something. We even got to see Sam Laporta do something. Like, we even got to see Brock Wright do something. We even got to see Tim Patrick do something. So this was the game for, to shut people like myself up.
Yeah, definitely with that, man. Everybody got a little bit of contribution. Now, I read something on X, and I want your opinion on it, man. Was the numbers on the jerseys hard to read from the stands? People were complaining in the press box, say, "Oh man, we can't read the numbers," in the on the jerseys and the blackouts.
Not really. Like you could kind of see who it is. Like the weirdest thing was Tim Patrick is not a small dude, but he had caught like an early pass and he had kind of made, I forget the exact, I know he had made a big, like a kind of a long play. I thought it was like
Mhm.
Khalif Raymond or something. Like I was like, and then they showed the number. I said, wait a minute. And I was like, he looked like a little dude, but that was about it. I could see the numbers. I don't.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to see because I had a couple guys I follow in the media and they were like complaining about that, but I was like, and that didn't bother me because I'm watching at home. Anyways, for me, I love how the Lions established the run. I agree with you, Coach Jones, man, and using that run to get that play action going. That was one of my keys to victory. Yes, on yesterday's show was using play action. And the offensive line, they held tight, man. Even with Frank Ragnar being out, man. Yodi came in and did his thing. Yodi did his thing. He had a couple key blocks on a couple of those runs on the goal line. Man, he was doing his thing. And what in the hell was that angry catch and run by Demo, man? That dude, man, with a spoon, this bounced off of me, hit the ground. I was like, oh my God. He hurt that dude with feelings.
That's the thing. That's one thing I can't like the atmosphere. That was the thing that got it right back up there. Because, people were still yelling and stuff, but it would start to be like, here go that shit. Here they go. And that one, that's the one that got it right back. So, man,
I couldn't, man. Witherspoon bounce off of him, man. If he don't win angry runs this week for the second time this season, something wrong.
Shregs, you better get on your job.
Come on, Kyle Brandt. Get that dude his just due, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans, just like yourself, man. I know y'all up early this morning. Thank you for hanging out with us right here on the Boss Up All Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Now it's time to switch on over to that defensive side of the ball, man. And LL, what you got, my dude?
Man, hell of a game by, as I was putting it in the chat, man. Carlton Davis had a hell of a game. The whole secondary, man. To me, a couple more penalties on my guy Sub-Zero. One of them was completely bullshit, man. That's again, that on the atmosphere. Like when them calls was coming, man, that's the thing. It was like, dog, what is going on? It was some ridiculous stuff out there. Some continual missed calls on Aiden Hutchinson, man. It's ridiculous. But Kirby Joseph again with the super. I didn't even get to see it. We was leaving by that point, but with the super duper late pick. Amik Robinson with a good game, man. The defensive line played real well. The linebackers played well. I thought was kind of funny because I was just like yelling random players' names. I kept yelling Anzalone name because it was funny sounding. And then it was like Geno Smith started to pick on Anzalone for a minute, so I shut up. But no, it was very good defensive game for a while. It was like they was doing all of that, but they wouldn't put no points on the board. Then they started to crack the goal line a little bit, but for the most part, I feel like we were very solid. Even though it gave up 35, I think it was or something. But that's really foolish to say. A good defensive effort with that many points, but it really was. Like it was a few things here and there on those drives. Just talking with the fans there as well. The drives where Seattle scored, it was always one of them BS calls. It was a phantom pass interference, or it was a missed this over here that led to a face mask over there. It's like, come on, man, come on, man. Are y'all only seeing it one way type of thing? But
we lost LL for a second, but go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, my bad. Well, no, just solid defensive effort all around, man. What y'all think?
Yeah, definitely. For me, because I'm gonna say the defense for the defensive coach to go last. The defense played well in spots. Gave it way too many rushing yards for my just for me. I don't like that. We got one of the top rushing defenses in the league, and we didn't show it yesterday. Even though Walker had a great game, man. He didn't have over 100 yards himself, but they had over 100 yards as a team. And Walker had 3 touchdowns.
Kenneth Walker is different.
Yeah,
Kenneth Walker is different.
Yeah, I ain't like that at all. I ain't like it at all, Russ. But Kirby Joseph, man, we talk about that interception, man. That was crazy. And I'll talk about that more later on in the show. But Davis had a good game. I agree with you. Even though he had those PI calls, some of them were ticky tack. He had 3 passes defended, and shout out to my man, big old number 98 DJ Reader got his first sack as a Lion, man. So that's what I'm talking about, man. And yeah, Hutch didn't get home, but he caused some havoc. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, you say, yeah, there was a few holding calls that they missed on Hutch last night.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what you got, Coach Jones?
It was one early on. It was a face mask early on where Hutch was coming around, man, and I seen his helmet lift up. And I'm like, and my wife seen it too, and she ain't even like watch football like that. She's like, "Oh, why they holding him like that?" I'm like, call the refs and tell them that. But you know what? It was actually almost a perfect first half. Defensively, like it was a bend but don't break. Like, you know, they get a couple plays here and there, but we, for the most part, kept them out of the end zone in the first half. I think it was 21-7 in the first half, and then in the second half, you know, Kenneth Walker started to get going. I felt like our linebackers didn't feel as much in the second half, fill those gaps, man. As a linebacker, he's supposed to be playing downhill, man. I feel like that little alley was open, and linebacker supposed to fill that alley before Kenneth Walker hit that gap and run, because he would hit it right inside of the tight end or right outside the tackle, and then he'd hit the sideline and be gone. And I felt like they should have stepped up. I don't know if the receivers was being ran off or the corners was being ran off by the receivers. And but yeah, that kind of bothered me, man, in the second half they was doing that, man. But for the most part, they kept Geno Smith, you know, in check. He got a lot of his yards in between the 20s. He was 38 of 56 and 395, but they only had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So it was basically he was living in between the 20s. Kenneth Walker, I don't like Michigan State, so I'm not gonna say nothing nice about him. You know, that it just is what it is. DK Metcalf, he's a superhuman, kind of like Calvin. He just big for nothing.
Don't do that.
He just big for nothing, man. And he just, you know, he got his. So but all in all, man, they did a good job, man. And I feel like I kind of feel like now that Terry Arnold is being targeted now, I feel like now, like a lot of stuff that he does, a lot of other guys do, but sometimes they get called, sometimes they don't, but he's going to get called for it. Like, if he slip up a little bit, he's going to get called. And I just feel like, man, that's something that they're going to have to fix in the bye week. You know, they're going to have to, you know, tell him to check himself a little bit on that hand, tapping. And, you know, but all in all, man, defense did pretty good, man. They gave up 3 scores in the second half, man. I didn't like that too much, but hey, we scored more than they did.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Jack Campbell causing that fumble. You know what I'm saying? Early in the game, man. He laid the wood at DK Metcalf, man. You don't expect a guy that big to fumble the ball like that, man. But he put a hurting on that dude with that hit, man. But definitely shout out to the defense, man. And they played and they stepped up and made plays when they needed to make plays and got stops when they needed to make stops. So but shout out to Aaron Glenn, man. Called it a great day. He dialed up the pressure when he needed to, and they played a lot of single high safety or which ironically they had the other Joseph playing back there a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time playing this, he was playing the single high and Kirby was kind of roaming around. But hey, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video, man. All these things help us with this YouTube algorithm and get this content to more Detroit Lions fans like yourself, man. Thank you for hanging out with us, man, on this Victory Tuesday. Man, 42 to man. We didn't quite get the 90 points that Coach Jones said he was gonna get, but we were getting close, man. But now it's time to our boss ball out balled on players of the game, man. Let's put this information up on the screen, please. All right, cool. Of course, man. Well, JG did not mess up Megatron night. He is my bossed up, and balled out player of the game, man. 18 for 18, 292 yards, 2 tutties, and a receiving touchdown. What? He had a man. That was probably the slowest route in NFL history, but he scored that thing, man.
You can hear that.
Man, it was definitely in slow motion. But that defensive end couldn't get around there, man. And of course, on the defense, he's my player of the game on offense, man. Defense gotta be Kirby Joseph, man. He had led the team with 9 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass defended, and that game-sealing interception. That catch was ridiculous, man. To have the body control to catch the ball, grab it with one hand, tuck the ball underneath, get his hand underneath, and maintain possession while going to the ground.
Yeah.
Other world, man. Other world. All right. And my ball don't play of the game. Even though my man Coach Jones said he's getting picked on, man, Terry Arnold, man, he has to get those penalties under control, man. He had 3 penalties all happened in the second half, man. 2 defensive holding and 1 pass interference, all in the second half. Luckily, only the 1 penalty was on a scoring drive. I don't want to be super duper hard, but I gotta be hard on the young fella, man, because I know he's a rookie, and I get it. And they're kind of like looking for him now to do something, but he has to get that under control because right now it's not really hurting the team, but it could be a point where it's being a detriment where they keep sustaining drives because of his penalties, man. We can't have that, man. He's got to work on that in the bye week, man. You got to sit down. Aaron Glenn, you are all pro corner, man. Sit down with the young fella, him and the defensive back coach, man. Sit down, go over the film with him, tell him what he's doing wrong, tell him what he's doing right. And Sauce Gardner,
that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, had that saying that he said he has good position. He said he needs to kind of stand, get a little more upright in his press coverage, and he said he'll be fine because he's bent over too much. He needs to stand up a little bit, correct his posture. But I like the aggressiveness by Arnold. Don't get me wrong, because he's used to playing that physical play, especially down there playing the SEC, playing with those bigger receivers down there. Because a lot of SEC receivers are in the NFL because of the way they play, and that's just the premier conference as far as wide receivers are concerned. And he played tough against those guys down there, but they're not going to do a lot of that hand fighting and stuff you did in college. You can't get away with that in the league, man. You got to keep your hands off, man. They don't do that up here, so. But I think he'll learn because he did make some good plays. What I'm saying? He did have some good coverages where he didn't get flagged. I can't sit here and say that he didn't, but you got to get that under control, young fella, man. That's why he's my balled on player of the game, man.
Honorable mention, James Houston. He got a lot of playing time and penalties, man. Jumping off sides and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he was killing me with that one. He was. I have to agree with you on that one. I was like, come on, man. This your time to shine, and you out here on Monday Night Football getting flagged.
He was just excited.
He was excited. Hyped up.
He was a little too hyped up. But yeah. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us with this YouTube algorithm and get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself, man. All right, fellas, man. Let's give a quick final recap of the game and your parting shots for today's show, man. LL, I'm gonna let you go last. Coach Jones, you up first, brother?
Yes, sir. So I just want to say that I'm probably gonna start my own betting firm pretty soon here because Vegas had the Lions and the Seahawks at 46.5 points. I had us at 90. They scored 71. I'm just saying. Vegas don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, man, it was a very good performance, man. I'm glad that Ben Johnson got his play calling under control, more run heavy. Jared Goff played a lights out game. I can't even say he did nothing wrong. So Jared Goff, man, that's my player of the game because he ain't throw no picks, he ain't throw no drop, no short balls, no long balls. He threw them all right there, and that's that. I love that, man. Yeah, defense, man. We just gotta get together. It's the bye week. They're gonna go back. They're gonna watch tape, and Terry are gonna be able to fix what's wrong. And AG he's the perfect person to fix it. But all in all, we are 3-1 heading into the bye, and we on our way to a 13-4 season, dog.
All right, LL, man. You was in the building last night again. Like I said, man, give your shot, your synopsis, and your shout out to the people today.
Man, it was a great game. Much more scoring than I ever thought it would be. Of course, shout out to Coach Mike. Only thing is, you say Vegas didn't know because they had 46 and you had 90 something. I think that's a big difference between 90 something and 70 something. So, hold on to your betting book real quick, Sir Mike. But no, man, great game. I can't complain about much. I won't complain about much. I'm glad that they won on Megatron night. That's most important to me because that's what I was worried about. Not even. It just seemed like something happened. Any big game like that, any big moment, it just seemed like the new uniforms to this, to that. Last year it was Barry Sanders night and the mask and the this and the that, and they came in, was yelling and doing stuff in masks to mock us. This time around, it was a young man, I think it was number 0. I don't know who he is, but he was yelling, "These people ain't tough. These people ain't tough, blah, 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 blah." And I think we showed them because we kept hitting them in the mouth, and we kept hitting them in the mouth. And then we got done hitting them in the mouth, we hit them in the nose. And we poked them in both eyes, and then we took all this stuff off their table. So it was a real good game, man. It was, we outlasted them in the end. And, positivity going into the bye week, man. Let's see what's coming on afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. For me, definitely. Yeah, we're talking a lot of trash, man. They had the 12 the social media for the Seahawks had the 12 flag on top of Ford Field, and they was talking mad junk, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
Uncle Curtis,
you messed around and found out.
yeah, he gonna text me all humbly. Good job. We'll see you.
Now, man. Hey, I got a couple partners I'm gonna hit up today. They Seahawks fans. I got a partner. He live in Hawaii, so I definitely gonna hit him up today, man. Because so like, what's up now? But anyways, man, yeah, great game last night by the Detroit Lions, man. Shout out to my man Waymo with this Megatron celebration after his touchdown with the dunk, man. Yeah, that was up, man. That was definitely, and just how fast that dude is, man. It's like a video game. When he got loose, he was high stepping at the 30. It's like
two things, Curt. Did you say you just said that? 3 things, I'm sorry. I seen Jahmyr Gibbs teleport. It's real. I seen it. Jameson Williams can accelerate while high stepping. I seen it. Mm-hmm. And I had a really funny third one, but I forgot it. Sorry.
Okay, but yeah, man, it was just a great game, man. I love what's going on, man, with the team, man. And
I remember now. But
what you got?
I said that if they score 40, I was gonna take my shirt off, and I did. So if y'all want to see this picture, I took my shirt off. If y'all want to see, I should have put my Cash App down there on my website is at. But yeah, just holler at me. Cash at me $1. Cash at me $1, and I'll send you the picture.
Yeah, man. I was on his Facebook page and he was saying that I was crying. I was like, "Oh Lord, have mercy." But
I did it though.
Yeah, but thanks for starting your Victory Tuesday off with us right here at the Boss Up Ball Podcast, your home for the natural debate about Detroit Lions music rumors, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you, man. Do us a quick favor, man. If you don't do so already, follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. Coach Jones does a great job with his Wolf Alliance Sport Talk YouTube channel, man. Great shorts over there, man. And of course, I post content from this show on all of my platforms. And LL, man, I know it's gonna be a special Thursday because we beat the Seahawks, man. I just don't want to see him on Thursday. I want
man, it was shout out. It was a lot of beautiful women in there last night, man. There's a lot of beautiful Detroit Lions fans, man. Shout out to each and every last one. Oh, and there was people walking up to me too, and I don't know if y'all knew me from there, if I just kind of had a cool shirt or something. But yeah, I think people was recognizing me. So shout out to y'all too, man. Sorry for the interruption.
It's all good, man. Hey, we do this for the people, so they recognize it. They recognize you, man. Hey, thank you for channelling us right here and hanging out with us on the Boss of Baller podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. Do you, man, Curt, still a favor, man? Whatever you're doing in life, you guys to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. Well, man, Coach Mike Jones and LL Cool Torrance. This is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.